People are awesome. Yes, I know, that's another popular YouTube channel, and if you've watched it before, you know that it shows people doing amazing things that sometimes really seem impossible. I mean, you know, it really never ceases to amaze me what human beings are capable of. But today's video doesn't include any daring physical feats, but it does showcase some really awesome people that do awesome things right here in our own mountains and valleys of Virginia. So, without further ado, let's meet some of these folks and get started right now. Hi, my name's Stefan, and along with my wife Leslie, we are local real estate agents here in the Shenandoah Valley and Charlottesville areas of Virginia, and it's been our honor to have helped so many folks just like yourself find a home here in this area. So, if you're looking to buy or sell a home here in the area, please don't hesitate to reach out and call us, text us, or email us. We'll be happy to do that for you as well. Additionally, if you like our channel, if you like learning about the homes and neighborhoods of the area, as well as going to a lot of places here in the area, like today we're in Gypsy Hill Park here in Staunton, we'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and touch that bell icon so you won't miss a minute of Virginia mountain to valley living. The thing is, it's free for you to subscribe, and it helps others like yourself who are looking for our type of content about homes and about this area here in general. So, people are awesome. Now, if you've watched every one of our videos for the last 2.5 years, and that's hard to believe that our first video Leslie and I made came out over 2.5 years ago. But anyway, if you watch those videos, you'll recognize the folks I'm going to show you in today's videos because I featured them in other videos. But I'm guessing that most of you out there probably haven't seen every one of our videos from when we started. So I thought it would be great for you to see some of the awesome people that we've come in contact with over that time. Each does wonderful things here in our community, and each has a story to tell. So, let's talk about some of the awesome people. For our first awesome person, we'll take a trip to Dayton, Virginia, to the annual Dayton Days celebration held each fall. Here, hundreds, and I do mean hundreds, of local artisans line the streets of this small town to both share and sell their many different creations. When Leslie and I were there, Carol Turner from the group E3 Kids International caught our eye. Her organization and the story of what she does is one that deserves to be heard again and again. Hey, I'm here with Carol Turner at E3 International. Carol, it's great to be here with you. I know we were talking to you earlier here, and your roof got blown away today. So usually there's a roof over here, but yeah. I know Leslie and I, we came here last year, and she got some really neat earrings here. And matter of fact, all of the stuff here is made by children. There's a purpose for that, though. Yeah. And tell us a little bit about what you do and who you are in your group, and because it's a great thing you do.
Thanks. It's great to be here. E3 Kids International is a local nonprofit that we do global work. We work with kids in Kenya. We work with, I'll use instance these are paper beads. It educates girls by first purchasing them from moms who have rolled these. It gets their girls in school. Now we bring them back here. We work with schools to bring them into bracelets, and then as we sell them, they will provide clean, safe water through Uzima water filtration systems that we give out to families in need in Kenya. We have all these different products, 15 to 19 at-risk boys. These are wood products that they're learning to make. They start off with little tiny animals, and they grow into more intricate things like this. This is all about empowering education. Education is not just something that we take it pretty much for granted here. There, it's a way of life. If you don't have an education, you will remain in steep poverty for the remainder of your life. So education breaks the cycle of poverty. This is soapstone that he has here. We work with Bernadette. She's a woman who had a very meager business, and as we continue to buy from her, she went from plain soapstone like this to very intricately designed and carved. And so we love to empower women. We love to empower kids. And one of the ways of doing that is through these products. But also getting people involved in what we do is with educating.
So, Sarah, I was going to ask you, why I heard you were helping a lady. She had purchased something from you. And you said, I didn't catch it all, but you said you just provided 6 hours. How did that go?
6 meals. So
okay.
Let's say you buy one of, let's do this box. So we were talking about soapstone. We have it for $35. We bought it from her in country for half of that price. This whole $35 goes back to feed 35 kids, 1 meal for a day, or a child for 35 days. So a whole month of the child eating at school would be provided from this one purchase.
Well, Carol, thank you so much. I mean, what you guys do is fantastic.
Well, thank you.
And I know that you're located in Fredericksburg, Virginia.
We are.
But you also have an Etsy store online.
We do.
And we'll put that in the description down below. So if you're interested in that, please support Carol in this cause. It's a great cause, and great to see him out here today. Wow. What a great cause, right? I mean, thank you, Carol, for all you do to help impoverished children around the world. So next, we'll take a visit to downtown Staunton, Virginia, right where we are now. You know, Staunton may be a small city, but it is a town for the arts, whether it be the media arts, the musical arts, or the theater arts. And when it comes to the different media arts, there's a large community of local artists that create and display many of their works here in the multiple art galleries in Staunton. Now, many of these galleries, like the Co-Art Gallery, have stringent requirements for artists to even be able to display their work. So the quality we have here in the Staunton area is superb. And well, just watch here as I speak to local artists Susan and Gail at the Co-Art Gallery. A really special treat here today. We've got a couple of local artists here at the Co-Art Gallery here in downtown Staunton. And one of them, Susan Rosen, has her artwork displayed here and in the Staunton Augusta Art Center as well at this time. And so, Susan, tell us a little bit about your journey through our art history and what kind of paintings and works you do.
I started painting when we retired to Virginia and did watercolors for quite a while, pretty little things. Mm-hmm. Then I discovered acrylic, which this is, with collage on it. And I liked this medium because you can do so much with it. Now, this is an abstracted seascape kind of. We sailed for years, and I go back to that every once in a while. But the show at Staunton Augusta Art Center is all abstracted landscape.
Gail Haile has been so kind today to take us around and tell us about all of the artists here and their paintings here in this gallery. And Gail actually has her own gallery here of encaustic painting, which was new to me. So tell us a little bit about what you do, Gail, and what you do here in the gallery as well.
Okay. It's actually a mixed media process. So I'm a photographer by training. So all of these are actually photographs embedded in beeswax. And then I've added pastels to accentuate the colors and details and things like that. So it's a lot of layers that you build up, and I absolutely love doing it.
And it is such a neat process as she's explained it to us. Gail's work and some of the other artists here, they're being showed at different places around town. And again, like I say, if you're into art, if you enjoy art, man, Staunton is just one of a kind. Some really neat stuff. And if you're looking for a town with a large focus on the arts, Staunton is definitely one that you have to look at. It's been an honor to have helped several different folks find a home here in Staunton who are now members of different art communities here in this town. So, as long as we're in Staunton, let's take a visit to 117 Austin Avenue. In this home, you'll find an Italian man who has quite a story to tell. Early on, he was a pastry chef at well-known locations in the United States before settling in Staunton with the dream of running his own business. And he's done that for many years now. And when I visited him, his passion for what he does, it's incredible. Local residents here in the area will tell you that Giancarlo has some of the finest European pastries you'll ever eat. And now you get to know a little bit more about Giancarlo Fine European Pastries. All right, so at the beginning of the video, I told you if you hung around to the end of the video, I had a special treat for you today. A treat for a sweet tooth and a fantastic guy here at Giancarlo's pastry shop here in Staunton. And Giancarlo, thank you so much
Pleasure.
No, it's our pleasure as well. And, you know, we've had a little bit of a conversation here and learned so much about Giancarlo's life. And Giancarlo, tell us a little bit about your shop, your history, and it's a fascinating story about where you've been.
It's a long story, but let's put it this way. You have to be passionate about what you do and credit nature for providing all the ingredients. I'm getting emotional.
That's all right. That's all right.
That's why it's important to love what you do.
Yeah.
Huh?
And it certainly shows, Giancarlo, in your work.
Yeah.
Your pastries are not just food to eat, they're works of art. And every time we come here, we always enjoy as much as the pastry and the food. And like I say, right now, it's really the first time we've ever gotten to talk with you in depth because you're always so busy.
Yeah.
And so we're thankful for that. But like I say, it's also Giancarlo's birthday today, so wish him happy birthday. That's right. And but like I said, now you've been all over the place, different places, Keswick Hall, the Omni Resort over in Hot Springs, and
Homestead.
Homestead. That's right, the Homestead Resort. And so, you know, but you had a restaurant in Charlottesville for a little bit of time, and then you moved back here to Staunton in '96. And you set up shop here. So tell me a little bit about
92.
Oh, 92, I'm sorry. Tell us a little bit about your decision to do that.
Okay, when you work for a fairly large institution, it's busy and you have to work with people. In this operation, I chose to work alone. Okay, I get to do what I want to do when I do it. Therefore, you are more efficient, okay, and more fun.
Yeah, no doubt. And it shows in everything you do here, Giancarlo. And we thank you so much for being here in town and for doing what you're doing. This is a special place to be, folks. It really is. And if you get a chance to come by here, you know, make sure you map it out because you might not know it's here. It just sits in a normal home in the community, but man, it is full of great stuff.
We are only open to the public 2 days a week. Fridays from 9 to 5, and Saturdays 9 to 3. But people do order during the week.
Yeah.
But bear in mind, it's a lot of work when you do what I do here.
Yeah, no doubt. And like I say, if you're looking for wedding cakes or whatever the case may be, this is the man to call.
Wedding cakes are pre-ordered way in advance. Some cakes are a year in advance.
Wow. So get on the list early, like I say, because the man creates works of art. He really does. But like I say, Giancarlo, thank you so much for allowing us to take the time. I know you're a busy guy and doing everything, but it has been a real treat for Leslie and I to be able to just chat with you and to learn more about Italy and about your life and all that love really that goes into it.
It's a cultural thing.
Yes.
I mean, the standard of food in Italy is way, way up there.
It's great. Yeah.
Because it's important.
Yeah, no doubt. What passion. And I can speak from experience that his pastries are not only amazing to the taste buds, but each one, as you saw, is a work of art. Now, for our next amazing person, we'll travel about 20 minutes away to the town of Waynesboro. And let's just say Dale Morris has the hottest business in town. That's because he's the owner and a teacher at the Virginia School of Blacksmithing. He has an amazing facility that he uses to train people to hammer and bend steel into beautiful pieces of art. He's a hands-on teacher that invites anyone to try out the art of blacksmithing, and if you like it, he'll help guide you to becoming a master at this craft. So let's see what Dale had to say on the day that I visited him. So at the beginning of the video, I told you that if you hung around until the end of the video, I would take you to a place that was forged in the fire. And here we are. We are at the Virginia Institute of Blacksmithing. I am with Dale Morris, the owner, proprietor, and head blacksmith here. And Dale, I gotta say, you have an amazing setup here.
Right.
And something that I don't know how many people in Virginia know about it, but man, if you're interested in blacksmithing, this is a place you've got to come. And tell us, so rather than me talk though, why don't you tell us a little bit about what you got here and what you do?
Well, we are a legit school, not just trying to get your money for making what I call knife-shaped objects. We actually do full-on knife smithing here, artistic blacksmithing, which is really our flagship program, and some hobbyist welding here. You can, as I'm sure you can hear and see behind us, we work with coal, we get steel hot, and we beat it into beautiful shapes and useful shapes.
No doubt, no doubt. And now, I also mentioned at the beginning of the video that you were the only one of a kind in the state of Virginia. And you are the only artist blacksmithing school in Virginia that's certified by the Virginia State Council of Higher Education, correct?
That is correct,
So
we are.
Tell us a little bit about that.
SCHEV, State Council for Higher Education Virginia, has us. We're a certified trade school, which is a little different from an accredited academic institution. So our students do get a grade point average, but it's a clock hour program, not a credit hour program as such. But we do have a very unique year-long program in artistic blacksmithing. We are able to accept GI educational benefits for veterans for that program, but we don't have any in-house financial aid like a normal university would have for students. We can accept funding from any source, but we don't have in-house like student loans. We don't have it. But it's not a very expensive program.
So let me ask you this. What if an individual doesn't know anything about blacksmithing, but they think they're interested in it? What would be your advice to them?
Come take a weekend one-and-done class. So we have lots of beginning level one-time classes, either technique-based like our leaves and twist class, our grilling tools class, or more project-based like our build an axe or Warhammer class, something of that kind. And then, we have some other fun ones in there for, like build a spear. That's a fun one. And then we have some, our legit weekend knife making class. All those are intended to take. I've never touched metal with a hammer before other than maybe drive a nail. Like, well, here we'll teach you how to make the nail you're going to drive. All right? This is a little different, and we can take you from that basic, I don't know anything, to by the end of 2 days, you'll feel a little more comfortable. By no means will you get proficient in a weekend. That is not a thing that most people are capable of doing. But you'll have a much greater appreciation. You'll get so much education and appreciation for the craft of forming steel with heat and hammer.
And so you're willing to work with people that are like doing this as a hobbyist, or people that want to do this as a career as well, right?
Absolutely.
And if they want to pursue it as a career, you offer, I think, 3 different levels? And you go along with, what's the training program that you go along with?
So the Artist Blacksmith Association of North America has a national curriculum. This is something they've developed over decades. And it's 3 levels. There's a beginning level where the final project is a gate latch, and there's a second level where the final project is a small grill. I have an example over there. The third is a very ornate grill. And also through all that, you're doing multiple pieces of different techniques. You're making your own tools, the whole 9 yards. So by the time you finish that curriculum, you have the skills of at least an intermediate level, journeyman level smith, if not more.
Well, and speaking of that, I can say this, I'll just wrap all this up, is that if you come here, like I say, you come, you're not sure what you want to do. If you want to do this permanently, you got the classes to get people's feet wet, to see if they want to enjoy it, and then continue on. And the thing that I've observed here with Gail, he's going to be hands-on with you, helping you, giving you advice, and the knowledge that he has that I've just today seen, and from the works that he's produced and here in the shop and everything else. This is a true treasure here in town. Gail, we really appreciate you doing what you do here. And like I say, if you're interested, you need to call Dale Morris down here at the Virginia Institute of Blacksmithing. And I'll tell you what, he can lead you the way through the rest of the classes. And you too could become somebody, and you could do some forging in that fire.
Yes,
we
you
talked
certainly
about
can.
Earlier. So, like all the people I'm showing you today, the passion that Dale shows for his students and what he does is incredible. He loves doing what he does, and he loves training others. But now, let's go back to Dayton days again and talk to Valerie, better known as Pat Lowry. Now, Pat doesn't live in the Shenandoah Valley. She lives over the first ridges of the Allegheny Mountains in Highland County. Now, with an entire population of about 2,300 people in Highland County, Pat and her family are one of the local maple syrup farms that give us yummy maple syrup and other treats every year. Leslie and I have been to the Highland County Maple Festival held in the spring of each year, and we've visited Back Creek Farms, and we've talked to Pat. But we cornered her here at Dayton Days to have her tell us more about her farm and her product. Hey everybody, we are here with Pat Lory, and we are at the Dayton Days, and home of, as you can see, Back Creek Farms over in Highland County. And man, if you get a chance to go over to Highland County to the Maple Syrup Festival, you've got to go. So, Pat, tell us a little bit about your business, what all you do over there, because you got some great syrups. We buy them every year when we go. And
Thank you.
yes. So, tell us a little bit about what you do. And
Sure. All right, so my husband has been making maple syrup since he was about 8 years old. We've been doing it together for over 20 years. So we started off just making pure maple syrup. Then we made hickory infused syrup. And now we have all kinds of infusions and barrel aged, including bourbon, whiskey, rye, and rum, and brandy. And so anyway, it's become that's kind of become the major part of our business is our infusions. And we have these little samplers that we sell. And
we've gotten those. Those are good. They make great gifts too. We send them to our family members, and they love them.
Yeah, these ship really well.
Yes.
And we do online business as well as the only two shows that we do now outside of Maple Festival are Dayton Days and or the Autumn Harvest Festival and in Dayton, and also the Craftsman Classic down in Richmond. So those are our two shows for the year.
Very good. Well, thanks so much, Pat. We love your business. You guys are really neat.
Well,
going out to the farm out there and everything. And like I say, we'll put the information in the description down below. If you're interested in getting some of their maple syrup, you will not be disappointed. Go online and get something.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, if you live in the area and you've never been to the Maple Festival in Highland County, it's a load of fun. It just make sure that when you do go, you do two things. Number one, stop at the Sugar Tree Country Store in McDowell and get a maple donut. And number two, bring some warm clothes. Sometimes it's pretty cool on the other side of the mountain in March, and the weather in the Shenandoah Valley might feel balmy here compared to the weather over in Highland County. But now for our last awesome person, let's take a trip to the other side of the Blue Ridge Mountains, to the town of Crozet. Just outside of town on a hillside with a beautiful creek below rests the Orso Blue Farm, and its primary product is lavender. However, just a few years ago, this hillside with its beautiful rows of lavender was nothing more than an overgrown peach orchard that had been abandoned for years. Well, enter Franchesca Conte and James Russell Gaile. With a vision and a lot of elbow grease that still continues today, day after day, they have transformed that old orchard into a workable lavender farm that many people from around the area enjoy. I caught up with Franchesca one afternoon, and this is her story. All right, so at the beginning of the video, I told you if you hung around to the end of the video, I would take you to an incredibly special place. And I am here standing next to Franchesca at the Orso Blue Lavender Farm just west of Crozet. And I gotta say, this is an absolutely beautiful place.
Thank you.
I mean, you can see the mountains behind it and everything else.
Yes.
And one of the reasons I wanted to come here was because of your story. I really liked your story.
Thanks.
I mean, will you tell us a little bit about your story and how you got here and why you're doing what you're doing?
Yeah, of course. So my better half and myself, we've been in Charlottesville for about 25 years or so. He has a little bit longer. I actually went to UVA for my PhD, but I was actually born right at the border between Italy and Switzerland, so the very north of Switzerland. I came here for school, and then I just stuck around. And like I said, we lived in Charlottesville, and we would always wake up and go either biking or running in the mountains, and then we finally decided we have to find a place that's actually closer to the mountains. And we were looking around, couldn't find anything that just really clicked. And then we found this piece of land, and first of all, it was just beautiful, but it was right, Crozet is only just 2 minutes away, 2 minutes away. So it was a big piece of land right in the center, kind of in the center of Crozet, right next to Mint Springs Park.
And the land, when you got it, it wasn't like it is today, was it?
No.
It was an old derelict orchard, right?
Yes, exactly. So there was an old house. The field there had had been a pasture, but it was just completely overgrown. And I remember the first time we came, we had to wear high boots and, plastic overalls because we were just covered in ticks and poison ivy and everything. And we just looked around and we kind of saw the diamond in the rough that it could be. And we just kept chipping away and started with this field, started planting the lavenders, and then we started building the home. So it's been a 3-year project.
Well, it's fantastic. I think one of the things that you liked about the area too, I read that you said that you liked it because it reminded you of the hillsides in northern Italy that were covered by the lavender. That must be something beautiful to see.
It is, yes. So that whole area, southern France, northern Italy, and some areas in southern Italy, the lavender and things like rosemary, it just grows really well because of the warmer climate. And the hillside, some of the hillsides, just very similar, yes.
So that's really neat. You fell in love with the area and you found something to do that, and I'm sure the community loves it. I know this will be your second or third year? Third year hosting the Troze Lavender Festival.
That's right.
Right here. And so you're only about a month away.
That's right.
So if you want to come on out here and say hi and pick some lavender, and I think you're getting into some other things as well as far as...
Yeah, so we started just with the lavender. So we were just starting with just fresh bunches or dry bunches. Now we're adding more products. We're starting distilling some of the lavender. So we have essential oils, we have sprays, we have lavender buds. So we're just adding, every year we add a little bit of products to the line, I guess you would call it.
To the line, exactly right. And one of the things, I tell you, if you want to come up here for a weekend or during the week or whenever the case may be, I'm sitting here and I'm looking at a beautiful Italian Alp-style home.
It is.
And it's on Verbo. You can go and book your line on, book the home on Verbo. Really neat place, I'm sure, to stay and to enjoy some time here. You can walk through the lavender fields. You can enjoy these views, and nice and peaceful out here.
Yeah,
and maybe,
we have trails that go all the way to Mint Springs Park, so we have a little bit of everything.
Are you attached to Mint Springs?
We are. We're right next to it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And the best part is, when you're here, you can talk to Franchesca. So these people are fantastic. Franchesca and James, I mean, they're great people. And I have no doubt that if you come here, you will enjoy the 76 acres this lavender field is on. And it's just a real special thing. It's a really neat place that we have. Another one of the neat things that we have here in our beautiful mountains and valleys of Virginia. And well, those are some of the awesome people here in our beautiful mountains and valleys of Virginia that we've had the pleasure to meet in the last few years. Their passion for what they do, along with their hard work and commitment, are just so obvious. And here, as residents of the area, we enjoy all the fruits of their labor. Now, of course, we've only scratched the surface of some of the awesome people here in our area, but maybe you're looking for a home in a place like our area. A place where the pace of life is just a bit slower and you can take time to enjoy all the things here in our mountains and valleys that it has to offer. Well, if that's the case, Leslie and I would be honored to help you find a home that suits your needs. Over the past several years, we've been able to have helped so many awesome people just like you who have called us, texted us, emailed us, and we've been able to help them find a home here in our amazing area. So, if you're looking for someone to help, please reach out to us so that we can help you as well. So, from here in our beautiful mountains and valleys with all of its awesome people, have an awesome day, and I hope to see you around town.